Hey guys, this is Nefarious Lizard coming back to you again with another video, and today, this is the day before I go to complete my goal, which is to beat the Raiden Shogun in the first boss fight. I've decided to speed up the process slightly for two reasons. One, I think my team is as good as it's going to get. I don't think there's much more I can do, especially since some of their talents can only be achieved after I beat the Raiden Shogun. So going into the team today, we have the Raiden Shogun herself. I figure I'm going to use her as a support to do overload damage. The weapon I got on her is the prototype Star Glitter, mainly because of its energy recharge, which I've used to boost her up. Next, we have her set. So we have a fully upgraded Ornate Kabato, which does 62% crit damage. I figure that'll help me with her elemental skill. The Scarlet Vessel, which boosts her attack, energy recharge, which in time. I wanted to get one like this, but the Storm Cage, but unfortunately I couldn't get one that would have energy recharge on it. So tomorrow I'll be finishing the enhancements on that before I go to battle the Shogun. Then I have the Sundered Feather, of course, and finally the Magnificent Feet. Whatever that means. Next up we have Hu Tao. Oh wait, yeah, that's it. Her talents, I've maxed them out to the point where I can get them. There's not much else I can do until I beat the Shogun. Because in order to upgrade these, I need Lost Ignora's remains, which I cannot get as yet. So she's about as maxed out as she can be. Next up, we have Hu Tao. Now, Hu Tao I can max out, but I decidedly won't. I think she's as good as I'm going to get for a while. 786, which really all I need is Guide to Afterlife for this. Overall, her weapon's the Dragon's Bane, fully upgraded with Elemental Mastery. I didn't really have one that would work. I didn't really have a 4-star weapon that had HP on it, so I really couldn't go for that. But overall, this is pretty good, mainly because I have it ranked 2, and it can do damage 24%, and it can increase the damage done by pyro attacks by 24% at rank 2. At rank 1, it's by 20%. Overall, pretty good. Her artifacts are just the entire Crimson Witch set. All, except for the feather, are HP. Some crit damage and some crit rate are in there. Overall, I think it's pretty good, all in all. Next up, we have Barbara, who I gave the Kalish set. Now, mainly I'm using Barbara for my healing, and so I can get some vaporized damage in. Her weapon is the prototype Ambar. It gives her more HP, which helps out with the healing. So that's good for me. Most of these, and I do believe all of these have HP except for the feather. Yep. So I'll be using Barbara, mainly because of droplet damage. That way I can make the Raiden Shogun wet when I attack her, just to do more elemental damage. Finally, we have Nahida, who I've given a full... I don't know what this one's called, I'll be honest. I completely forgot. But yeah, this is better for her support. It increases her elemental mastery greatly. Her elemental mastery isn't as high as I'd hoped it'd be by this point. I think I'm going to do, before I call it in for the night, I think I'm going to pull a few more things, and then I'll be good. Or call it in for the day, I should say. Her weapon is the Sacrificial Fragment, a fully enhanced Sacrificial Fragment, just because it gives her a massive boost in energy, or elemental mastery. Her constellations are incomplete. Her talents are as high as I can get them as well. All these characters have talents about as high as I want them. If I don't have them at that point, that's okay. I don't really think it'll be a huge deal. Now it's time for me to talk about my primary concern. My primary concern is that the Raiden Shogun boss will have a cutoff point where I can no longer damage her. You'll notice stuff like that in Honkai Star Rail, where if you're battling... Right now I'm at the point where... I think the best example is Bronya, but I think it goes for any character boss, where you battle them and you can't beat them fully. So that might just be an issue for me, though. If there is a cutoff, I guess I'll just consider that a win. I'll be happy either way. I'll be able to progress in the game, which is good for me. Hey, look, it's Ella Musk's sister. Anyway, just to go test out the team real quick, I figure it'd be a good idea to go up against a random boss. Let's do the Animo Hypostasis, just to get an idea of the damage output this team can do. I've been using this team for months now to get a feel for them, and I'll be honest, it's pretty good. I enjoy this team greatly. This is probably the best team I can actually, no. It's not the best team I can come up with, but damage-wise, I think this is my winning team. So, real quick, I'm going to battle the Anemo Hypostasis just to get a feel for the combat this team can do, and then I'll call it in. So, let's just see how that goes. I like the Anemo Hypostasis. He's pretty good. Now, I've tested this battle before. I'm in the middle of upgrading Gene, so I have to battle this thing constantly, but this is just my example. That did not really work out for me. As you can see, I can do a lot of damage really quickly. Now, is the Anemo Hypostasis a good example for this? Probably not, in all honesty. This is not going well. It's a good thing I won't be using you, Nahida. Oh, he's already been beaten down. That's pretty good for me. One last little, there we are.
I see everything.
I have hoped that would work. Oh well, I'm not that smart. Alright, let's just finish this guy off real quick. There we go. Now, I would like to note that it was raining at the time. In the case of what I normally do, I would be... Ooh. Oh. In the case of what I normally do, I would use it to... I would use Barbara's main attack, or main secondary, just because it provides constant healing while making the enemy wet, as well as myself, which is a bit of a problem, but I guess I'll just have to get over it. Anyway, that's the video for today, guys. Tomorrow I will be facing off against the Raiden Shogun. I will post the results of that. I'll see, whether for good or not, I will post the results. I'll see you guys later. Leave a like, subscribe if you enjoy. I'll see you guys on the flip side.